Hello.
Hello.
And
Today we had
welcome.
some good music.
Music, yes. Some
Thanks
different
to Tanisha.
Tanisha,
who
yes.
Obviously gave me the permission to use his music for our intro. Obviously we have to promote Maltese
Talent.
products and
Yeah.
Maltese talents. Welcome everyone. Today you have some discussions
Yeah,
as
general
usual.
discussions.
And yeah, we're going to do show you some updates as well from various platforms of sim racing. And yes, obviously as usual we ask you questions. If you have any questions that you would like to ask us, and or any other whatever you want, you can ask us. George Muscat KSL just joined. So
Yeah, as Justin well said, we would like to also have your feedback and would like to interact more with you, that you are watching us, you know what I mean? Ask us questions. Feel free.
is the sound
And,
okay?
Yes. Feel free, obviously enough, to ask us any questions about anything you would like to ask related to our events, related to sim racing, and obviously to anything else that we'll be discussing. So, Keith Camilleri just told us a nice banner.
Nice
Yeah.
banner, yeah, of course,
course,
it's a
yeah.
nice banner. Thank you to Chevron Creative Solutions,
That's
who made this banner for us. Keith Camilleri, who is one of our drivers. Thank you very much. We used it for the first time in last weekend's event of
That's
Wurt.
right.
In fact, we're going to talk about it
Just
just now. And
yeah.
we will show them some,
Footage and what happened.
there's live streaming which can be viewed again on YouTube and
Yeah.
on Facebook. You can watch it again as much as you like. And obviously we'll announce the winners as well. Obviously most of the people who watched us know who won, but
won.
for those who didn't know about our event that happened last weekend, we will tell you what happened and what it was all about. Excuse me. So yes, we can start with the
Wurt
Wurt
event.
Auto Fair. Today we have the director of broadcasting, who is taking care of what's going on, and whatever we're seeing is like, yeah, do that. You know?
Actually, you can see the camera moving right now.
Yeah.
Okay. To adjust
We're
the
getting
shot.
we're getting refined now. You know, I'm watching myself doing moves.
with the
Yeah,
delay.
last weekend.
Yeah,
Hubert-
they told me.
Hubert told me. He told me
that you're
how much
using-
do you move your hands?
He's using a lot his hands. Hello, Alessandro, for joining us.
Well, I use a lot of my hands. You know, expressions.
Yes.
I don't
So,
know how to move it.
Wurt event last weekend, the Wurt Auto Fair 2018. We were there present from Friday till Sunday, where we did a different
Kind of racing,
kind of racing.
not circuit. It was this time.
It was,
It
like,
was a circuit,
It
but
was a circuit, but it was a narrow seat style challenge, where it was like a head-to-head challenge. On Friday and Saturday, we had the qualifications, where people were clocking in their times, their best times, to qualify for the top 32. And then on Sunday morning, we had the top 16, where we started with eliminations during the day. Started at around 9:30 and it ran all through to 12 o'clock. And we had actually very, very close races in certain cases. Newcomers also.
especially the newcomers.
Yeah.
There were some newcomers who, some of them we knew them on Facebook only.
Yeah.
And well, apparently this person, one of the people that, I can mention him, Michael Mercia, and he started recently. He joined us competing in our casual races, and eventually when I saw his face, I said to myself, I know this guy somewhere. And
Yeah.
actually he was an old-time gamer that we used to play and against each other and meet at the park in Pachaville long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the community, as always.
Even Matthew, his name.
Matthias.
No,
There,
no,
Matthias
Matthew.
also
Matthew,
competed.
yeah, but Matthew. The guy
Matthew
that-
Bugeja.
Matthew Bugeja, that the starting. Actually had a couple of nice runs, I think, with Keith or Kurt himself. So that was very positive for him, Matthias. And there were other newcomers that obviously also promised that they will be joining us in our online races, because they enjoyed the weekend, apart obviously enjoying already the sim racing itself at home. So the results were after the top 16, we ended up with Terence Grech in the 3rd place, Keith Camilleri in the 2nd place, and Kurt Camilleri in the 1st place.
We have them on screen.
Yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately, there was George as well, obviously helping us doing the event with us, and obviously on Sunday he couldn't attend because he had his daughter's Holy Communion,
Yes, that's
and
right.
obviously family comes first, and we had to continue working as me and Radian. But yeah, somebody's posting. George, please stop posting stuff on Facebook.
Actually, it's a very ugly thing he's posting, but anyway, it's better not to.
Yeah.
Kate Camilleri just told us the sound is a little bit low.
I told you, I asked if it's low or not.
George said it's okay. Brandon did the okay sign, so I thought it was okay.
Let me see
So-
what I can do. It is 100%, so
Those
I
are-
have to set it up. How do you set it up? You know, how? Let me show you how. I don't know how.
Maybe from
Everything is full.
everything is full. Okay. So-
Device volume. Oh,
All right. Oh no, it's
oh.
blasted. Oh, slowly.
Okay, now.
So, Kate, is that any better? So, as we said, the event was won by Kurt Camilleri, which here in the photo you can see also. He took great gifts from
Vurt.
Vurt, even actually one piece of tool which is a limited edition, and even Terence and Kate took a nice bag full of products from Vurt.
Vurt.
Great products, obviously, from them.
And then we have the final photo of the team.
Yeah, that's
This is one thing that I always love to do.
yeah.
Every time we finish an
Because
event.
as Justin said, George obviously on Sunday was a bit busy with his daughter's first Holy Communion, but obviously there was our team.
The final photo of the day.
of the day. Yeah,
for
this
every
is the
event.
last one
And
before we
there you
just
go.
took everything off and dismantled our simulators and all the equipment we had there for the live streaming, and that's the last event of the day. Actually, we struggled to manage to get Bernard to put up his hand like this.
Yeah, he's
It was like a struggle. It
even
ended up even with his mother telling him to do it.
to
So
do it. Yeah.
he's here
You know,
watching us. So
you know what I compare him with Raikkonen.
alright, yes, a little bit
know,
like,
Ux vera, Bernard.
a lot like he's like a little bit shy and
But
Reserve.
but not the same as being on Discord.
now on the squad it's no problem. You know what I mean? I actually ran away now after hearing us saying this. But anyway, so actually that was the Volt weekend, a long weekend, a lot of live streaming, a lot of talking, a lot of races, and it was a fun weekend. Bottom line for all of us, and a successful weekend.
Yeah.
Actually, Bernard is having a laugh at what
There
I
he
said.
is.
That's great. So, we move on to the next race of next week,
Yeah.
casual race.
First of all, yes, we have the casual race,
tomorrow,
which
not
is
next week.
tomorrow. The casual race of the BTCC is tomorrow,
Yeah.
because Thursday we cannot do it. And yes, there are more places left. I think there are about 10 drivers. I will still do it with 10 drivers.
Yes, that's right.
And obviously I'm not going to miss other people's opportunity to race. Less than 10, yes, but 10 is
We
fine.
can do it, yeah.
We can do it with 10. So share the post and share it with your friends and maybe those who are interested. For example, maybe Matthias can join.
Yeah, maybe
Matthew
Matthias,
Bugeja.
Matthew
I don't
Bugeja.
know if they have
Matthew
a
Bugeja
PC.
doesn't have a setup at home.
Doesn't have a setup. All right. So
Matthias,
well,
there was another guy, I forgot his name.
there's
um,
Michael Merci.
Michael Merci,
Cannot
yes.
attend the day tomorrow.
Yes, he cannot make it, we know that. But
Well,
listen, share the post,
yeah.
see if you have any friends interested to join us tomorrow for the casual race of tomorrow. We'll be doing more in the future, definitely, and also using various platforms, which is something that we'll be discussing later on. So, the BTCC race tomorrow at the Barbagallo,
Barbagallo, whatever.
Barbagallo racetrack in Australia, yes, if I'm
Yep.
not wrong, I'm not mistaken. Starting off at 8 p.m.
7:30 we go
7:30
live.
we go live,
then
and the race, obviously, our practice starts at 8:30. Before that, we have the briefing, which will be also live streamed. So, the normal schedule of our races.
Look at my chest. It seems like I'm a bodybuilder.
Oh, how nice. I won't show mine, but anyway. I have a family pack, so
The Porsche Championship, which we postponed for a day
before.
the actual date, so which is on the 14th.
14th, yes, that's right.
But we've sent an email to all the drivers of the Porsche Championship because we have the bachelor's party of one of our drivers, and obviously we cannot miss that because I have to get drunk and get wasted. I mean, sorry, have fun with Brendan. So we have postponed it to a day before, but the only person who sent me an email back was Risto Capit, and he said that he cannot make it at that day because he have another race. So obviously I cannot do the race without Risto because we have moved it and everybody must be available for that race. So probably we might be doing it next week.
No, the week
Next
after.
week, the week after, on Friday. As usual, the same Fridays of the Porsche Championship. The Porsche Championship always was being held on a Friday. So yes, we'll leave it on a Friday, but we do it a week, a week after. If you cannot, please send back to the email. Oh, send back. Stop sending photos, George.
Oh my God. He's saying this is his. Listen, it's better. Stefan understand it that doesn't hear you. That
Yeah, close.
she will be all helper. But anyway.
Close Facebook. Yes, we will do it a week after on a Friday. So that would be if everyone agrees.
A week after is his wedding.
Oh, so we have to do it the week after. Yes, the week after is his wedding. So I will send another email and.
Yes, and the week after still I would be, I think, most probably abroad. So
You'll be abroad. So we'll do it the 15th on the 15th June 2019. So
no, actually I'll be away from the 21st something till the 25th.
So we can do
we'll
it on
do
the
it on the
29th.
week of the 29th. No, on the
Well,
29th. What? Oh yeah, work a date out. We have definitely.
Yes,
but it will be around the 29th of June.
I will send another email and make sure that you reply to me, not the day before, telling me I cannot come because at that day I have this or that. So once I send an email, check your emails and reply to me back if it's available for you or not. Or else we have to decide the date. The Porsche Championship, talking about the Porsche Championship, we are currently in round 4, finished round 4, and we are starting round 5. So far the results are, as I'm going to show you.
Yep.
We have why it's not refreshed this page? Let me refresh the page.
It's not refreshed. If you want I go here, so maybe I will see them a little bit bigger.
Let me refresh the page again.
Things that happen in a live show, so
Yeah.
let's see here. So after round 3 I have also.
You have round 3? No, you're in Sim Racing Malta.
Yes.
No, you're in the wrong one. Things that happen, things that run.
As they say, shite can happen.
So, why is even on mine now?
Even on mine, huh? Both of them.
I refreshed it just before I did it. Well, just keep talking to let me do what
Alright,
I
I
do.
keep on talking. Actually, Justin right now is trying to refresh because something strange happened, and obviously the updated results of the Porsche Championship are not showing up to round 4, but up to
I've
round
just
3.
seen it before I published it, but anyways.
So something happened before publishing. Where yes. Now we're gonna have a private chat going on.
Yes, because we have a lot of, what do we call them? Hurdles while we do our live stream. We have
That's right.
somebody saying this to us, we have
Yes.
another one saying this to us.
That's right.
They try to make it hard for us, but we are good.
So
What we have next?
we have an update or no?
Oh, I'm refreshing.
Let's see. We don't have an update.
Let me log into the website. In the meantime, you can
In the meantime,
say
the
what
time
what
and in
else
the
do we have?
meantime, we can go for a short commercial or no?
No,
one,
why?
one.
Why? Why?
Just one.
This
no.
happened. No.
So, shit, that's happened.
What do you have in your tasks? Did you prepare your
The
tasks?
Yes. I was gonna talk about tongue.
Yeah. So you can talk about that.
So, as we obviously announced last week, and as prominently you can see behind us,
What?
we launched also World Pro Racing. World Pro Racing is will be taking
The professional side.
or organizing the professional side of sim racing when it comes to championships and other events. Sim Racing Malta will still be operational in casual races and other small events, and will be obviously more concentrated on casual events on international level, but then also to be concentrated on events in Malta. That will be Sim Racing Malta. World Pro Racing, as Justin said, will be taking care of the international championships.
International and professional side of sim racing.
So
the results are up.
yes, in the meantime, we had the results.
You can refresh it now, and
I
so
are refresh because we can see it bigger on my.
currently Hani Al Sabti
Sabti
is leading the
leading.
championship with 78 points, followed by Kevin Siggy from Waters
70.
Automotive 70, and Risto Capet from ACR Zek Speed with 66 points. So it's still very close. I mean, the points are
Anything can happen.
too close. There are just in between the top three. There are 2 points, as in 20, 18, 16, and goes down. And so you cannot miss a race, or else you will lose your opportunity to win the overall prize, which is the Porsche experience at the Intercity track in Istanbul, which is an opportunity that you cannot miss. First of all, it's worth of 3,000 euros. So yeah, I mean, who's going to go there is going to have a blast. I'm sure about that. And the mobile starts calling.
And this is the wife.
So
And I'm gonna send him a custom SMS.
next,
Mala, we were
We have-
talking about
World Pro
World Pro
Racing.
Racing.
So basically, as we said, and we launched last week, partially launched, because we have the website, yes, okay, and we just have World Pro Racing. What will be the role of World Pro Racing?
Yeah.
As Adrian said, Sim Racing Malta will still be functioning. There will still be the community, the casual races, and so yes, we're going to still build the community, both international and locally, with Sim Racing Malta. But World Pro Racing will be the next level of racing. There will be professional events, good prizes, good opportunities. So that's the kind of the Porsche Championship. All right. So we're working hard for various projects that we have upcoming. We're just dealing and securing some projects in the pipeline.
Yes.
So we have almost concluded. We have championships coming up, and with great prizes.
Yeah.
And yes, good opportunities which you cannot miss. So it's very important to keep sharing worldproracing.com, the website, the page, and obviously you can also join the World Pro Racing group like you did with Sim Racing Malta. It's very important to keep up with whatever is going on. Sometimes in a Facebook page you won't see the notifications and you
Yeah,
might
group.
miss opportunities. So keep informed in our group, which is World Pro Racing Group. You can find it on Facebook, and it's currently empty, you can say, because we just created the page,
Yeah.
and we're currently live from that page as well. So yes, there are, I can say currently I have in the pipeline 2 championships coming
Yes,
up
sir.
this summer. So yes, by the way, if you have any questions, just
Pose them to us. With no problem. We're open to all questions. We are here. Just give us
Yeah.
a shout on Facebook live stream on the side, and we'll definitely answer you back.
So we have some updates to tell you what's happening, sort of in various platforms. For example,
That is something
yes, we're going to talk about various platforms, and before that, as I said, regarding the community, we have to keep updating it and increase the amount of people. We have around 165 or something like that in Sim Racing Malta group. We need more. 165, I need them thousands.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
Yeah, what it
the
is,
more
it's like,
we have, the
more,
better.
and the more we have, with the better. And also, would like to see some interaction, from our members in that group. No problem. Open discussions between you on platform setups. We are there to listen to you, and obviously we are all drivers are there to share ideas
In fact,
and
that's what I was going
share
to say.
some things between them and setups.
They can
and
also ask questions to our team, our drivers of GT Omega RPM Esports. We have Keith, Brendan, Bernard, Terence, Omar, ourselves. But if they want to ask something to the team about their experience, their different platforms which they prefer, feel free to ask anything in the group, and they will answer you, unless you want a setup.
yeah, but still they will guide you.
Yes, I was joking. First of all, talking about setups, in our casual races, thanks to Goliath Coatings, who is supporting the casual races till the end of this year, including Virtual Race Car Engineer and Setup Developer Tools 2008, during the casual races, including the one of tomorrow, me, Adrian, and George will monitor all the drivers during the races, and we will pick the most driver that performed well during the both races.
Yeah, about
The last one was exactly
Alessandro Gre.
You don't have to be the first. You don't have to come first.
Yes.
So yes, I mean, consistency, being clean, everything. And as I said, the previous casual race was won by Alessandro Grech, who we did not ask yet how did he find the software. In fact, he told us those setup engineers actually helped a lot when making a setup for tomorrow's race.
Oh.
Great. In fact, I saw you on Discord with what were you doing?
Yeah, that's
With what you were doing with the setup developer tool. So I said, oh, he's testing, he's trying. In fact, then I saw him on the server. So I said, he's testing. So it's good. I hope it will.
It's good feedback. So
The setup, I hope it works, and it works fine. Obviously, you have tested it already, so it seems that it's working fine or great.
Great, yeah.
This software. This software will help you even if you're not good that much as I am. For example, in setups, I'm not that great. I can follow this software to help me understand why it's oversteering, why it's understeering, why I have less top speed than the others. What is the reason? And you learn from that.
That's a great tool, definitely, for all drivers. And as you said, there are drivers which are not great at setups.
There are drivers who are just drivers.
Yeah, that's right. So
that's why we call them drivers.
In this world of sim racing, it definitely helps you to improve your performance, the performance of your car with you driving it. So definitely, it's something to use. And as Alessandro said, it's something great to use because he tested it himself. So. We're hearing music and noises coming from everywhere.
Mr. Director, please.
But as we said, in the group, we'd like to see more interaction,
Yes, more.
interaction between new drivers,
Tell
more
your
discussions. Tell your friends to join. Listen, let's grow this community, especially also Malta. So listen,
If
Ask
this
friends.
community is not going to grow,
yeah,
we're going to be limited on to organize events, especially for the locals. So the locals, why? Because it's limited.
that's right.
So obviously internationally it's much more broad. We have more people there.
And this weekend also proved to us last weekend that there is potential in certain drivers, which unfortunately today they don't have setups at home.
As
So
well.
listen, tell them to join our
Community.
community and follow us and see, and maybe we'll help them to have a setup and all these things.
And we mentioned, I think, not the live show we did last week, but the other one. For those members that are members in our in Sim Racing Malta, we help the members doing setups for the next races. So and also the membership helps us be just cover up some hosting and servers and stuff like that, which obviously even for this. We're doing expenses. We're having expenses for this live show. So whatever we do, there are expenses. The events, many things. So the membership doesn't cost that much. It's a €25 per year, and with that you get that you can train on the server, and you can get setups helped by our team especially. So yes, we can give tips for those who are very new to this, before going directly into the server and crashing, and you need some training before. We are ready to do that. Yes, I was mentioning about platforms. Last night I was working on R Factor 2. Finally, I was discussing with Marcel, the person in charge of the managing director, I think, of R Factor 2, and he provided me, in fact, yes, he's managing director of Studio 397, and he provided me the files for the overlays of the broadcasting of R Factor 2, and I made it work. It's working properly. So, from my side, the broadcasting is working, but obviously I need to keep on exploring on the API of the system and many other things just to make it better, because the overlays are very basic, and being a developer I need to try to enhance it more and make it look better. Obviously once I do that, I will offer my as we agreed, what I do, I will present it to Studio 397 that can be shared with other people for broadcast.
Yes, that's it.
So, in my opinion, I'm helping the community and the sim racing in a good way. So why should I keep this to myself? I mean, anyone who's a developer or a designer can do it.
Making
I
it
offered
look
exactly
more professional.
Since I was going to explore it myself, why shouldn't I help them and offer my knowledge to others? As long as it's for the good of sim racing. Yes, so R Factor 2, we're going to soon start organizing events in this platform, and soon after that we work on R Factor race room, and finally iRacing. Also, people might ask us why Project Cars 2. No, there's something that we're going to show you with Project Cars 2.
Yeah.
And yes, I mean, depending on the community, I'm not going to say which platform is the best.
No, it's not.
Because for
each
each platform there is a community. For iRacing there's a community.
And there are pros and cons for each platform.
For each, yes. For example, just an example, the rain. Is there any rain in iRacing? You know? Is there in R Factor 2? Yes. Is there any rain in Assetto? No. You know, so if you keep finding and exploring on each and one, you always find the pros and cons of each platform. So let's keep that out and avoid any issues and problems and controversy with which is the best. We're going to reach each community. So if there is a good community in Project Cars 2, yes, why not? We do it. For those that do not like Project Cars 2, it's very simple. Do not participate. This is basic. So now, if we're going to take care of multiple platforms, we need help.
Yeah.
So if there are any volunteers who would like, listen to this, who would like to be part of our team and would like to help in maybe in Assetto Corsa and do what I do, live streaming, broadcasting, I will be glad to show you how, and broadcast it yourself, or else if you are interested in seeing what we do, come here in our events, for example in the Porsche Championship or in a casual race, come over here and see what we do. This might lead into a career. That's why I said listen to this. We are heading on to be working
esports nowadays, it's not something that it's like
it's a job now.
Listen, it's not something that it's like it was in the past. It's like, oh no, it's just for fun. It's esports now. There are opportunities, there are job opportunities, there are career opportunities, there is all opportunities in the world right now in esports. So as everybody knows, esports is growing big time.
Big time.
So yes, these opportunities now do really exist. So Justin is we are offering, and Justin is offering mostly because he takes care of the technical part of it, to show people how it's done, and obviously you can help us, and this can lead also for a career, as he well said.
One thing is that they should know is that me and I mean everyone as a team, we work very strict during the live streaming and broadcasting, especially me. I'm a bit of a pest during that time. But why? Because we want everything professional, everything in how it should be done.
Yes.
You know?
He can be really an a-hole, but
yes,
he does it on purpose, obviously, to no offense, he knows that I'm not offending.
I know that I'm
but he does it
annoying.
in that way so that we keep it on a professional level. So.
We keep on time. If there's a live streaming, that has to be started at 7:30 sharp. At 7:30 sharp, I go live. If it has to finish at 10:30, we do our best, because to finish sometimes it's a bit of a problem. But we try to finish at 10:30. But to start, we start exactly on time with the seconds. So we start streaming. Unless obviously
a force majeure does happen. Yes.
Something happens, or I might remain asleep at home. You know what happened last time in Porsche, and I came rushing from Zurich to Ormy with traffic.
What happened today before the live stream also?
Yeah, I had a Barma.
But anyway.
Yeah, so it's a natural cause, you know.
Sure. So things can happen, but unless something happens, he tries to be strict. We start on time, but as Justin said, you are welcome to come and join us. So
yep, it's
hope we see some of you here behind us.
It's true. This is going to happen for sure. That because me, Adrian, and George is not enough. It's already currently not enough to do everything: marketing, meetings, sponsorships, taking care of the team, many things. So it's very, very hard, and I hope that you can appreciate what we do, and I'm sure that you do that. If you didn't appreciate, you're not watching us at the moment. So unless you're a spy or something to see what we're doing, and then you tell somebody else to do it. So
we might have some.
No, we might have. Well, just let them listen to us and see what we're doing. Yes. So as I said, this will be one day a career. We would be definitely needing people who do broadcast, people who record the replays and do the highlights of the races.
Yeah.
Video promos, which I currently do all these myself, live streaming, the replays, check the replays by Adrian and George, and sometimes I join them as well. So
there is a lot to be done. So
there is a lot.
And there is also a lot to learn. So
the articles, I currently publish the articles to local newspapers, local news agents or whatever you call them.
Yeah, news agencies.
News agencies. And thanks to TVM, who are supporting us a lot, because I'm sending to other companies and I'm not going to hide it from anyone, and they barely, at least they read the email, but they don't bloody care about the sport. Hope you are hearing me, and if you're not going to publish it next time, I'm gonna kick your ass. So thanks especially to TVM, Television Malta, the national TV station, who are helping us a lot in publishing all our news. So thank you very much, PBS and TVM. So, as I said, the platforms, we're trying to reach everyone, and each and everyone. So,
but it needs time, it needs dedication, so
needs
that we obviously there is the need of looking into the platforms, looking in the live broadcast.
You're sounding very
to do it right, and it needs to be done right.
Oh, if we're going to do something,
we just wake up in the morning and we say, listen, let's make a race this week on Race Room, or let's make a race on R Factor Tour. It's not that the case, but you need to test each platform and see that everything works. It works in the right way, how we would like it to work, and all this stuff before, obviously, enough going.
If we're not going to do it, live, professionally.
Yeah, sure. We can just
We better
forget it.
leave it for now and
Mhm.
then do it. Now, all right, Assetto Corsa has, in my opinion, as in, let's not say physics and stuff like that. In my point of view in broadcasting, it's shit. That's the exact word. You have to go back to pits. There's no spectator mode. The camera views are fine. They are good.
Yeah.
The graphics are fine. But
But when it
having-
comes to the broadcasting,
having a
side,
platform where you cannot broadcast it properly,
it's a pain in
it's a pain in the butt.
the boot.
So yes, and hopefully Assetto Corsa Competizione won't be like that. And yeah, we can start once it comes out. We test it out and we can start and organize something with Assetto Corsa Competizione. So
That's
yeah,
right.
other platforms. R Factor is ready. Race Room. I've been in contact with Robert of Race Room. Sorry, and we have we had a long chat together, and he's happy with having us organizing online championships, and they are ready to help us as well in promoting our events. So what's happening? They are waiting from us.
Okay.
So it's a matter of time. I mean,
That's right.
we don't 8 hours or well, we don't do it. I don't do 8 hours. I do sometimes 12 hours a day
24 hours are not
or
enough.
more. I'm not saying 24 hours,
Yeah,
but
24
almost.
hours are not enough.
Yeah, 24 hours almost.
There is the rest, there is the work, there is everything.
I would
so-
prefer that we didn't need to sleep. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
just charge your battery or something while you're still working. Because if that would happen, I would appreciate that. But I don't think it's going to happen. We're not
Definitely.
robots, so we need to sleep and wake up next morning and continue with what we're doing. So, our Factor 2 almost ready to start organizing events with. Race Room, they are waiting from us, sort of, to start organizing events. So we have 2 platforms already done. Probably I might stop here and we start with our Factor 2 because there's a huge community there
And Race Room.
and Race Room. But as I said, we need volunteers who can learn with us. We can teach you, and you might end up in working with us in part-time and
Yeah.
eventually full-time basis with us. We're doing this as a business. We're doing it as a business ourselves. All of us, me, Adrian, and George, we're working almost full-time. I myself almost just a few hours working on my company, my IT company, our IT company. I'm doing some work, but the rest of the time is all sim racing, testing cars, tracks, modifying and
Yeah.
trying to find different kinds of formats of races, like we did with the Vurt. So yeah, I'm getting tired talking.
Yeah, what he's saying.
Someone different genre for races would be nice, like some
Mr.
classic
Sagan
classes.
was,
Yeah. Oh, we had a lot of
Yes, you're right. The start procedure is rubbish about Assetto. It was
just
that
in the Google.
iRacing the best. iRacing is
Who
the
said
complete-
iRacing the best?
Keith.
Keith, obviously.
And
Well,
Brandon
we
said
can also.
is the complete package. Assetto Corsa feels better to drive though.
You're not being heard well, I think.
I'm just reading. Assetto Corsa feels better to drive though. That's Bernard. I'm sure you're going to do a good job on our Factor 2 for you, Justin. Yes. Go sleep, Bernard. Kate told Bernard that because obviously Bernard said Assetto feels better to drive. But listen, every driver has his own opinion and feeling on each platform. Alessandro Grek said
Mattias joined. Hey, Mattias.
Hey. Some different engineers for races would be nice, like some classic classes, for example.
Yeah,
That
well,
could
I had prepared something, but there were some issues with the sound, with the outer sound of the car, and I couldn't fix it. The modders didn't fix it, so I had to keep a bit back for not to organize it for now. But yes, it's in my mind. It's in our mind. It's already listed in the tasks of our events. So yes, we will going to do that. I can tell you also, I have already planned a hill climb championship as well, and with nice tracks. But I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to organize it.
Yes, sir.
So you know how much we're saying to you now today.
We're giving you more and more.
We have championships coming by World Pro Racing. You see, this summer is the place to be. World Pro Racing.
Hi, Andrew.
So,
Andrew just joined us also.
GT Omega RPM Esports is saying, yo. Oh, because I went from that page. We have so many pages going live.
That's right.
Yes, there's Omar as well.
Omar is with us.
There's Andrew watching us
Yes,
as well.
I just said hello now to Andrew because he just joined.
He didn't come last weekend.
How come he didn't manage? To Andrew, yes, I don't know. So, next one up.
Yeah, Mela. Mela.
Mela.
About something about iRacing.
Some international sim news now.
Yeah. Well, not much, but yeah, something that just came out recently. For example, Porsche the iRacing just published the Porsche 911 RSR. For those that do not watch or do not follow iRacing, there's the Porsche that iRacing built that which are all laser scanned. And here we can show you the video of the promo of this Porsche. So here you go. And here we have George with us.
He
The
came
person
out from
today
the
behind the
the scenes.
camera.
That's right. So he's always behind the scenes, but normally in the races you see him always next to us, but he's behind the scenes in these live shows.
Because I'm the hard worker.
Yeah, he's the hard worker. Yes,
Setting up the stuff.
setting up the stuff to work. Yes.
Yes, that's
Well,
right.
all. Where's the? At least I forgot where's the camera. Sim racing. We are behind sim racing. So he does something. I do many things. Something. George do something else. For example, I'm not good in doing the rigs and stuff and welding and you know, without the rigs we cannot work. Without marketing, without
Without a lot of things, but
communication with contacts, we cannot work. Without live streaming and without the technical stuff, we don't
Adrian
work.
do the emails.
Adrian do
No,
just
no.
emails.
and he makes me
See
swear.
you, bye-bye.
Ciao.
So, yes, I mean, everybody has his own role. Sometimes we go into other roles
Yeah.
just to help out and
Listen, we have our roles and done, but obviously everybody does a lot of things. In the future, I will be able also to tell you what Justin does also.
look at your face.
I'm always like that serious, but anyway. We'll see. Also, I'll be able to tell you what Justin is doing. So, you'll understand how we also do cross.
Yo, I
We
mean,
cross our jobs, so we support each other where we can, because obviously it's not always available. It's not always possible, but we try our best and obviously support each other in our best.
well, we do whatever it
I'm
takes
stuck.
to. We do whatever it takes to keep the community happy with events and many
That's
other
right.
things and keep you happy. I have to stop moving my head a lot. Well, it's very simple. We do our best to increase the community of sim racing, both in Malta and internationally. I mean, in my opinion, we are amongst the best out there for organizing the events. In my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, but I always do my best and find other ways on
Sure.
how to make the broadcasting better,
Yeah.
the advertising, because people do not like advertising, but
Yeah.
obviously those are the people who supports us, and due to them, thanks to them, we do the races. Thanks, for example, the casual races, Goliath Coatings, Virtual
Yeah.
Race Car Engineer, other championships, Continental Cars
Cars
Limited,
yeah.
the internet,
Melita.
Melita, the rigs of the for the events that we've done last
GT
week,
Omega.
GT Omega Racing. So you know,
Hardware, tech
hardware,
store,
tech store.
Genesis
there are many.
hardware, Fanatec, and
You
some of
know,
them.
if you keep, obviously, we're always going to mention these, and we're going to mention them all.
Yeah.
But it's just those that comes up into my mind. Imagine we don't have steering wheels, we don't have internet, we don't have rigs.
Be like,
We're nothing. No, we're just dreaming, which I was before. We were before,
We were.
before dreaming, and now it's a reality.
Actually, over here we have the same frame that Justin said we had built ourselves following a dream, and I think we'll keep that same frame
That is the first.
for
I told you
forever.
last time
Yeah,
we'll be very old. Like I can't even barely walk myself, and they say that simulator. You know? So yes,
So I have some things going on here on the live stream. So, okay, we had Keith making some love eyes for hill climb that we said. Andrew said that he was obviously on call, that's why he couldn't come on the weekend.
it was nice. The final was great. I enjoyed it because
he said
it was
he saw the races and he told us well done.
it was very
And
close.
I don't know what came out of the blues, like Keith Camilleri saying Terence Yaret.
Well, we know that Terence Yaret.
So, but I don't know how it came out of the blues.
No, because I think
So-
it was sometimes the comments of Facebook during the live
Once.
streaming just messes up.
But once we're talking here, who's following us, if you have any questions, just post your questions here and we're happy to obviously reply to you. Next
Another-
one up from iRacing.
There's the Subaru WRX STI for of
Rallycross.
Rallycross, and it was just launched
Today,
very
yeah?
recently.
No, actually, yeah, 2 days
And,
ago, something
Here
like
you
that.
have the video of the
Subaru.
Subaru.
So that was the
Subaru.
from
I
iRacing.
need to
It's
try that.
something, yeah.
I'm a good fan.
Looks
huge.
great. So
Huge fan of Subaru. I had one for hill climb, so I'm definitely going to purchase that mod. Well, that car,
Car.
and try it out in the Rallycross.
yeah,
There was also the Porsche of our Factor 2, which has been not today. It didn't happen today.
no,
The Porsche. They mentioned it as the Porsche is coming. They had the Porsche of our Factor 2, the 911 RSR, as well as the same as iRacing. And yes, it will be included in the next DLC with the Norma MP30, the Corvette C7R, the Oreca, and now the Porsche 911 RSR GTE. So that is also included in our Factor 2, which you can try yourself. Also, I was seeing on your laptop, the Fanatec are soon launching their
actually they launched it last week during they launched last week during our live show. So yes, they're gonna
It's the
launch
Podium series.
yeah, which is like actually a direct drive steering. So
I would like
I'm
to-
looking forward to
I
that.
would like to contact Fanatec again, you know?
Yeah.
Even maybe we replace our one, the
Yes.
one we have with the direct drive. What do you
So-
think? Community.
So actually it's gonna be launched on the
13 July
of,
2018,
July
direct
2000.
drive. I never even touched one in my life, so Not even in. Well, yes, I did. In Autosport.
Autosport. you did,
Autosport, in the Vesaro simulators. Vesaro had motion simulators, which cost around 40,000 or 45,000 sterling. I've been in contact with Vesaro as well. Actually, the owner of Vesaro, his mum is from Malta.
Something like that.
And yes, we've been in contact, and I have to contact him again because it's been quite a while since we've communicated. And yes, they had a direct drive. I didn't know at that time. I mean, I saw that it was a direct drive because it's you see the difference between
Yeah,
a
I
direct
feel
drive
it,
and the normal one. But yes, the feeling was great, especially with the VR. But not after I came out from the simulator because I was going to throw up in a few seconds. But
This
well,
was with the VR in a motion simulator,
Yeah.
and he didn't feel so well.
VR it doesn't work with me. Anyways, there is also
What else?
something I forgot to mention is in our Factor 2, because I haven't sorted out my tax to say today, that the what is left in our Factor 2 is the broadcasting plugin. Already I mentioned it, but also the weather plugin, the real-time weather plugin of our Factor 2, which I think people know about this. For those that do not know about it, is that our Factor 2 has the ability to stream a race. You have a race, for example, at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon in UK, and at that time, if there is rain or if there is a 10% chance of rain during the race, there will be also 10% of rain.
Yeah, if it
Chance
rains,
of rain.
it
If
rains.
it rains, it rains as well. It's the real-time
real-time.
weather plugin, which is awesome and great. I've been seeing other companies, other communities broadcasting events like that, and it's amazing. So I'm working on it because it needs some
Nice.
work on it to make it work. And yes, so maybe I think maybe in July we start organizing events in our Factor 2.
I received a tweet from ADAC.
You received that week?
Much I received, it was published from Simracing.
Yes, mentioning Twitter, please follow us on Twitter as well, Simracing Malta and World Pro Racing. And Instagram, we have Simracing Malta on Instagram as well. And the Facebook pages, obviously, and all other social media, especially Twitter and Facebook and YouTube.
They're saying here that from Simracing Expo, first, the starting rig of the ADAC Digital GT500 is about to be announced.
There will be a huge
And
surprise.
also there will be a huge surprise regarding the trophy, which is the ADAC Rated Trophy, our individual esports competition. Stay tuned. Let's see what's
Great
that,
news
so-
coming ahead.
So we'll see what's coming ahead from that side.
So we're going for a short,
Very, very short.
very, very short actually.
How short?
Well, that's it.
That's it.
In fact, I haven't prepared my playlist.
Alright. That's very nice indeed, actually. So
well. I have to switch them manually myself. So, yes, we don't have much advertising in our live show. But yes, obviously, thanks to our sponsors.
we need to do that because
Yes.
without them we won't be here.
Yes.
So
I used to
do
say...
appreciate and do stay with us. Don't run away, because after the adverts you will have me and Justin back talking to you.
We
Very
always
soon.
said this before we started advertising ourselves. Oh God, advertising. I hate advertising, but now it's the contrary. I mean,
Without it, you know what I mean? Just appreciate that advertising has to be there to support us, to support what we give to you. Did
that's
they-
it, baby. Yeah. Any comments?
No, actually both cars are live available from today. How about the Subaru and and the Porsche on iRacing?
Andrew, yeah.
iRacing's up for competitive rollercross, alright, Alessandro. And Andrew, just your luck, okay, on the day.
Well, Andrew, now you've tried it, the Fanatec. I'm sure you did, and it's awesome. I mean, even though the direct drive is a direct drive, it's in another world. But I cannot hide it. Even if Fanatec takes the Fanatec from them. It's good. I mean, so
the
far
steering is good.
so far we have tried two steering wheels. We have the Logitech G29 or G920 and the Fanatec. The Fanatec is great. You feel everything. That's what I can say. I cannot say on other steering wheels. I used once the direct drive. It's awesome. But it was very low in force feedback, so I couldn't feel the curbs. It's like you were using a G29 in its full potential.
Yeah, that's it.
And now I'm used to the full 100% force feedback of Fanatec, and with if I drive something else, I go completely crazy. So yes, stay with us. We're going for a few minutes of advertising, and
we'll be back with the last part of the show.
Thank you.
Gigabit Internet issa f'Malta. Gawdi mill-Giga Power biss mal-Melita Flexi.
And we're back. So we're back.
We know, you already did it.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. So next, next.
Hey, at least
Next
we
one
have-
up.
The people stayed there today.
Yes,
You
we
see?
managed to keep them.
Just an update with another platform,
Gran
Gran Turismo
Turismo.
Sport. Le Mans joins the sim together with 9 new cars in the latest May update.
Yeah.
So it's of the PS4 as well. Now Gran Turismo have the Le Mans cars as well for those who play it or those interested to start playing it. If we do all the platforms, you go crazy. So we cannot do Gran Turismo, Forza
No,
Motorsport,
for sure
Forza,
not. You know what I mean?
R
It's like-
Factor, iRacing, Race Room. You know, as I said, I say it again. If there are people who are willing to offer themselves or volunteer to help us in several platforms, feel free to do so.
Yes.
So yes, I mean, as I said again, for those maybe who just joined us now, for example, tomorrow we're going live with the casual race of the BTCC. If anyone would like to come and see what we do behind the scenes, or what,
Actually, we're in front of the scenes because they see it on camera sometimes.
but I
But
mean
you'll
behind the scenes,
understand what's happening, and you understand how you can help and what kind of things you can handle.
For
So
example,
definitely we're ready to.
we're sure that we need people who monitors the races,
Yeah. Sure.
because we are just one person on one computer.
Yeah, that's right.
So if there is somebody who would like to become a virtual race steward, taught by Adrian, who is a licensed FIA steward, and George, not me, I'm licensed to broadcast. They can help you monitor the race.
And also guide you what is wrong in for example in some move from one driver, what penalty you can adapt to that kind of move or dangerous move, you know what I mean? It's like there are a lot of things that you study, and I went through, but obviously definitely the most you get through experience. But I studied and went through a lot of situations, and every situation has its own outcome. When it comes to Formula One, actually there is the real matrix, and there is a matrix when you look, not Formula One only, actually a lot of motorsport does have it, the FIA championships do have it. It's a matrix of what kind of penalties will be adapted to what kind of maneuvers and all this stuff. So
Yeah, so for example, Andrew, that is watching us, can join tomorrow's casual race. He
yeah,
has the Fanatec now.
that's right.
Assetto Corsa costs just 20 something euros. The mods are free. Why not joining? Yeah.
So I think he has Assetto Corsa
If
already.
he has
So,
it, it's easier. You can just join.
so Andrew.
For those who did not register yet, for example, Kevin, who is watching. Kevin,
yeah.
Samut, join
Omar
us.
Barbara is
Omar-
here.
Well, the team is
Yes.
now focusing on
Other
iRacing,
platforms and other races. So.
especially our team. Our team is on the professional side of sim racing. People know now that our team has been selected to participate in the Sim Expo in Germany.
And the GT500 series
and
race.
the GT500, where Omar and Bernard will be trying to qualify.
Not for the GT500.
Not to GT5, to the trophy.
For the other
for the
sim
other
racing trophy.
And they will obviously try to qualify, because you have to try to qualify.
That's right.
And hopefully they will qualify. I have no doubt that they will do their best. And they are currently, they started from last week, I think, training on iRacing only, apart from the Porsche Championship, where Omar, Bernard and Brendan and Keith, they have the Porsche Championship and Assetto Corsa, but that's one-off. It happens once a month. So yes, but the rest of the days are in iRacing. They're not going to join the casual races anymore, especially till September at least, because they have to train for the GT500, which is our most important race in our life so far.
That's right.
So yes, it's very important.
On
Bernard Vella
Sunday-
just started on
No,
Sunday,
iRacing on
iRacing,
Sunday, that's
so
right.
and he's already doing good.
That's what he's saying. Yeah?
Apart from getting hit and losing
Rating.
rating,
That's something actually I don't like in
something that I
iRacing.
don't like. Yes, you're getting bumped from behind.
Because you're like racing, doing your line, you're doing everything right. Somebody bumps into you or crashes into you, you end up yourself losing your rating. So I don't think it's something I really like.
Yes, because the system doesn't know exactly
If it's your fault,
if it's your
or,
fault
not.
or not. So please hire me as your developer, and I show you how. Yes, I mean that's one of the bad things that iRacing.
Sure. Yes.
But I mean, R-Factor has its cons as well.
Pros and cons there are in every
There are.
platform, like we said earlier.
We're not
so.
going to raise that issue anymore.
Next.
Next.
I think
I don't
we're
think there's
at
no next.
There is no next.
Well, as I said, we have the casual race tomorrow. If you want to register, it's still open. Go to simracingmalta.com, put your email, name and surname, email, which car you prefer, and and submit the form. Important that you go into the server, check that everything is working correctly, and do some practice there. Not leave it up to tomorrow, 10 minutes before, and you start racing, because that will lead to crashing into someone and causing a chaos in the first corner. Also, tomorrow, be on Discord at 20 to 8, because at 7:45 we start the race briefing. The race briefing, for those who doesn't know what race briefing means, that we explain all the penalties that we will be giving.
Actually, the briefing where we explain from the start to the end of the race what we want to see, what we don't want to see, to take care of the first corner and all this stuff. It's like a normal briefing like you get in a race, and obviously what penalties will apply if there are mandatory pit stops, if not, and all this stuff.
And it's not easy.
related to the race. It's not something easy, but it's important that all drivers are present, because it is information that has to reach every single driver. So it's important that you are there, because we don't want anybody. First of all, if you're not there, you get a penalty.
As I was going to say,
Secondly,
we're strict on
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Secondly, it's important that you understand what's going on during the race, so that you don't come afterwards and tell us, listen, I didn't know about that. Sure, you need
I
to
always
know about
send an email. I will
I
send
think
another one
Andrew
today.
Debono joined just now. Andrew, if you're listening, you
Yes.
need to join tomorrow's casual race. So.
Yes, Andrew, tomorrow you have to join the casual race.
Yes.
Register now on simracingmalta.com and choose which car you want, download the mods, put them in Assetto, and get to that server. Okay, so you can practice, and tomorrow we see you racing.
Yeah, that's right. Why not? It's like a practice.
Stephanie Calleja joined us. Hello.
Hello, Steph. So I think that's
we're almost finished, but
yeah, I think that's all for today.
yes,
Yes.
important. If we need at least to have a good race.
Commented.
What time? It starts at 7:30 GMT plus 2. You know our time,
7:30
Andrew.
Maltese
7:30 Maltese time. We start live 7:30. Then we do briefing at 7:45. At 8 sharp, we start the practice, which we have 15 minutes of practice. Then we have 30 minutes qualifying and 2 races of 25 minutes each. So we have one race, 25 minutes, 25 laps, sorry. And the second race, it will be in a reversed grid. So the first 10 drivers or 6 drivers,
Will
10 I
join.
think, will join.
Yes,
Good.
you wanna join.
Go into simracingmalta.com. There's the link of the casual race, and download the mods. You have the WeTransfer links there. Download the track, download the mods, and go into the server. The server is 24/7 live, and yes.
We need to be exact with Brendan. It actually affects your license, not I-rating. But
Yes, but Brendan, now he's getting married and his brain is functioning a bit,
Yeah.
you know?
it's in marriage mode.
Yeah.
So first it's in bachelor's party mode.
Let's say we go through the bachelors first.
Yes, that's right. It's
You know?
important we manage to get through that. Then we'll see if the wedding will happen. Oh, sorry.
No, we won't be drunk till that time. But yes,
So yes, that's a
that's-
small correction.
that's it
So-
basically.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being with us today. We're gonna be back next week.
But on Wednesday.
On
Ca-
Wednesday.
The live talk shows, we'll do them on Wednesday,
Yes,
a
that's
day
right.
before the casual races,
When we have casual races.
when we have the casual races, but still on a Wednesday.
So
Unless you want it another time.
sure.
For example,
just send us a message.
a Monday. Because, you know, Mondays are Mondays, and we try to cheer you up
Monday
with like
blues.
dancing on the table, or, you know,
Yes, that's
something like that. Or we put Adrian dancing on the table.
Actually, you need a
Well,
very strong
let's-
table.
Yeah, a strong table. So-
No. So actually, till now it's gonna be on Wednesdays. We're gonna see you tomorrow, before obviously next week, for our casual race of tomorrow. BTCC race from Barbagallo racetrack in Australia. Actually, the racetrack is in Australia. We're gonna be here. So this in motion. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Steph, for the comment. Yes, we're in motion, and we're gonna continue with this motion, hopefully, for much year to
We're
come.
putting some racing where it should be, on
Yeah,
top.
that's right. Thanks, Brendan. Thanks, everybody, for following us. We'll be back with the talk show next week on Wednesday, as Justin said. And tomorrow will be with us for the BTCC race at Barbagallo racetrack.
We do it like the ones they did yesterday, live streaming. Bye bye.
Bye. Chung.
No. So,
All right. Thank you, guys. See you, and thanks for
Thank you
supporting
for
us.
everything. Ciao, ciao.
Gigabit Internet issa f'Malta. Gawdi mill-Giga Power biss mal-Malta Flexi.